right, boom up. All right, go forward. Slow, come on. Come on. Boom up. All right. Come on forward. Turn. All right. Hey, Spence, with your left hand, squeeze the trigger. Is there a green rabbit on there now? All right, now you're in go fast. Go, get my auger bit. Yeah, go get it. Yeah, I can go down. Yep. All right, hammer down. All right, I don't have a microphone on, but welcome to Brock. We're in Savannah, and we are about to unload our truck. So we're going to try something new with the camera and see if this works. So let's go get to work. Well, I've got a new camera. We're gonna try and do this a little bit better. See if we can't get something that'll kind of stay focused a little bit better. See if the audio is now a little bit better. We're in Savannah, just got to see the truck get unloaded. That equipment that we unloaded is actually all the way, and I do mean all the way down back there. So there is all of the equipment that we have unloaded, and where we are standing at right now is the future site of the next two playgrounds. This job we are actually going to be doing shade work, so we will be putting in more shades. So we're waiting for our locate to get done. We've been here for the last day or so, getting everything pinned out, getting everything marked out, but all of these white flags are the perimeter of the two parks, or the two playgrounds that we're putting in. And then we've gone ahead and flagged out all of our large spread footers. So all of our spread footers, I believe this particular playground, we are 6 by 6 by 48 inches, so 6 foot by 6 foot by 4 foot deep. And I do believe, yeah, this is the other side of the shade. That's going to be right here, and then if you continue on down, you'll see that the second playground is going to be installed over here. So again, we've got the spread footers for the shade over here. You'll notice the dark patch. We've already come in here and removed the existing playground. That was actually a project all unto itself. This particular school, we removed that playground that was over there. So that was for the older kids, and there were no playgrounds here originally. We're going to go to the other side here and show you where the rest of the playgrounds were. So we had to do what was called a gentle demo, which means we had to take the playground down piece by piece by piece very gently and transport them over to another school where we installed them over there. So we basically recycled two playgrounds, but back here is where So this playground that was here was transplanted over to another school, but because of the trees and some of the environmental rules of the school district and some other rules I'm not necessarily familiar with, the shade was not going to fit back here. So they opted to relocate the playground that we were going to replace here over to here. So we'll be building 2 playgrounds out in this vicinity, and way down there. Oops. Still learning the camera. Way down there. Yeah, way down there. Anyway, way down there is the other playground. The school that we took these to already had an existing one, so we didn't have to transplant that one. That was what we call the hard demo, and that one was just torn out, thrown in the dumpster. It was 10 years old. So that brings us to where we are today. So today what we've got going on is we are going to be preparing our rebar for all of our rebar mats. So there's 400 pieces of number 5 rebar that have got to be tied up today. We're going to make our mats. They're going to be about 5 by 5, 5.5 by 5.5. So I'm going to go ahead and get my station set up so that we can begin the process. I believe that these are 8 bars wide, 8 bars long, so that's 16 bars per mat. So let's go ahead and get set up. See if we can continue to figure out how this camera is going to work. See how our microphone is working. And let's get this process started. If I've learned anything through my years, it's trying to find the right workspace. You know what work's got to be done. It's just our environment changes all the time. It's just where can you do the work? So we're going to try something different today. We're going to go ahead and get Nemo up here. We're going to try and make a weird kind of table with the truck, with Hugo and Nemo over here. So try and build these mats up in the air, and we're going to try and stay on the concrete so you don't see the Savannah gnat dance, because the gnats are ridiculous. It rained pretty heavy here overnight. Lots of things, lots of puddles, so the gnats are real active at 7:30 in the morning. So we're going to try and stay on the concrete and let the gnats live where the gnats live and let us get our work done. So let's see how well we can get this table to work out. Fingers crossed. Should be about 5 feet, right? Let's go get some rebar. There's 8. Let's tie them up. Got a little tie maker. Probably should have a tape measure and make sure we do this right, huh? But then again, if they're all 5-foot pieces, how can you go wrong? Well, that's going to be quite the box. 5 foot's a lot bigger when you're standing next to it this way. Ooh, I was not aware. It's all right, we're going to make it work because we ain't got a choice. We just got to find the right system. Once we find that, this will flow like Joe. Keep that hanging off so we can get the bands around them. I will tell you what is nice while we're doing all this is that the rain really helped with that humidity. It's 113, 114%. I don't know. It's ridiculous. I'm already soaked. I know some of you wish you could be here. I wish you could be too. All right, now back to figuring out that system. Let's see what we can do here. I don't know. Gloves feel like they're necessary, but at the same time, are they really necessary? We're just gonna get dirty hands, right? Because these wires are small. And gloves are... We'll figure it out in a little bit. For now, let's get tying. If you watched our other video in the Powder Springs Dog Park, you'll find this pretty familiar. Because this is exactly what we did there. We made these rebar mats for going inside these large spread footers. To bring you into my corner so you can see. Essentially all you really have is you just have two pieces of rebar that crisscross one on top of the other, and you use these little ties right here. They got these little holes on the end, and you just go ahead and line up your two holes. You get your twisty tool and you quite literally just twist them together, and then you go ahead and do the opposite corner. Put your twisty tool through the two holes, lock them together and fold them down, and there you go. Now you have a joint. So it's kind of like a baby's diaper, except only it's nothing like it. So now that we have two corners done, we're just going to go ahead and continue this process and get all of our corners done as soon as I can get these off of their packaging. So this particular project, we actually have 12 holes that we've got to go ahead and get set up. Again, we've got 4 of those holes are 6 by 6 by 4, and the other 8 holes are 5.5 foot by 5.5 foot by 4. And we need to have 2 of these mats per hole. So we are going to be making 24 of these today. I say we. Me. So we're going to try and stay in the shade as long as we can. Probably going to put up the pop-up tent. As funny as it would be to torture you and make a video of me making 12 of these, probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be a short day on terms of video. Because once you've seen one, you've seen 24. I actually don't even know if I'm going to get them all done today. It's a lot of twisting. So there's our initial grid. So this is our 5 foot by 5 foot grid. The specifications are calling for our rebar to be spaced 8.5 inches across 60 inches. So we've already got 2, so we know that we got to get 6 more in here. So that's what we're going to do. And there are all 64 connections. So now you have a nice, solid rebar mat for our footing. 1 down, 23 to go. They're a little girthy. They're a little heavy. So, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and record all day. That's all I'm doing all day today. I don't know if we're on day 2, day 4, day 7. Feels like we've been here forever. But we did build 2 playgrounds from this school and transported them over to another school and got them built there. So it just feels like we've been here forever. But today and tomorrow it's just going to be wiring up 23 more of these mats, and then we're going to get our bolt patterns and jigs made up so that we can get our bolts put in the right place. And I think if we stay on schedule, our 811 ticket says we can dig Tuesday. So we're going to dig all day Tuesday. Wednesday we're going to get everything ready to go, and this job is calling for, I believe, 5 trucks of concrete, so 45 yards. So quite a bit to get ready for if we're going to try and do concrete Thursday and Friday. So I'll punch out for here, and if anything cool comes along, we'll catch up. Otherwise, probably won't see anything until tomorrow. That's 6, so we've got them down to about 20 minutes. Not terrible, not fantastic, but hey, we're 25% of the way done, and it's 10:30 in the morning, so I think we're going to run out of wraps though. I only bought 1,000, and I think I've only got a couple hundred more on the truck, so we might not get finished today. Hope we can run to Home Depot and come back, but we'll see what happens. Back to work. And there we go. That's 8. That's enough for 4 holes on 1 playground. So it took a little after 11 o'clock. So yeah, we're running 20-30 minutes per mat. So just got new supplies, got new wire, got another 500 wire twisty thingies. So we should be able to get another, I don't know, hopefully another 8 done before we run out of materials. So back to work. Well, holy guacamole, friends, we're halfway done. So that's 12. Getting low on supplies, but I think we've got enough to do. Maybe I think we can squeeze out 2 more. Plus it's starting to look like rain, so I ain't got 12 fingers, but I got 10 and 2. Back to work. Oof. And that is 10 and 4, so now we're at 14. So if I can get, I think I got enough supplies, I can get 2 more done. That'll complete us for 2 playgrounds, and then we'll be back tomorrow to finish up the rest and make the jigs for the bolts. So let's cross our fingers we got enough to get 2 more done. Let's go to work. Well, voila. Alas, it took one guy about 6.5 hours. All things considered, the material was already cut, so we saved a lot of time on that. And then rummaging through the truck to find extra ties to get enough done. So I built enough mats for 2 of the 3 playgrounds. So we will pick up tomorrow, pick up some more supplies at the Big Orange store. We'll get some more ties, and then we will start building using the 2x4s and making our jigs for the bolts. And I don't know if we'll get them set tomorrow or not. Might end up doing that on Monday. And then of course Monday is inventory day, checking all the parts. Tuesday is dig day.
So with that, we're gonna wrap it up. I gotta get to the laundromat. One of the joys of being out of town is getting to do my own laundry. So I miss you, Mama. Yeah, so we're good for today. It's about to rain anyway, so we'll check back tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow. Well, I started this day a little weird. Normally I start the day with, hey, good morning. Hey, we're ready to roll. Here's what we're going to get done today. And the orange store really frustrated me this morning. There was a train that stopped, and it was a rough morning regardless. For a Sunday, it should have been a nice, cool, easy start, but it was anything but. So I'm doing my welcome to the next day video at the end of my day. So I can tell you what we're going to get done today because it's already done. Unfortunately, the orange store didn't have any more rebar ties, so some idiot actually went and bought every single bag they had last time that they were there, and they haven't had a chance to refill yet. So we're going to either go to another Home Depot on our way back to the room today, which is probably going to be the case. So we were not able to get the other 8 rebar mats built today, but good news, it's still sitting on the trailer back there, so it's still waiting for us. But what we will be doing is making the bolt jigs for the 12-footers. So what we've got is 4-foot holes. They're going to be 4 foot deep, but our bolts actually have to be set 3 foot deep. And then there's another foot of concrete that's got to be poured over the bolts and the grout and everything else on there. So it's a pour over. So our first stop is at 3 feet. So we had to, when you watch the jigs being built, you'll notice that we dropped them down a foot from surface level, and that's because that's where the first stop is. Once we get these bolts in, we will go ahead, get the jigs out of the way. 4 of these jigs are actually going to be reused on one of the other shades. So we're going to be real gentle with those, but the other set is not going to be reused. So again, they're going to be down a foot. We're going to get those poured. We're going to go ahead and get the jigs out. We're going to get the posts on, and then have another set of trucks come out and pour another foot of concrete over everything. So that's what's in store for today, is building the jigs. Not a lot of commentary. Again, it's a lot of very repetitious activities. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. So let's go get to work. That was definitely a pretty cool way to start off our next day here. So we are right next to one of the military bases. So when you get here on time, not only do you get to hear revelry playing at the base, because they play it over loudspeakers, so it's your citywide 6:30 a.m. alarm clock. But you get to see these guys taking off in the morning, going and doing their practice and their whatnot. I think I hear another one coming, so it might get loud, but oh, yep, there they are. They're going a different flight path instead of right over our building, but nonetheless. Hey, so what have we got today? Today we need to start, it's Monday, so we get equipment tomorrow. So that means we are digging holes all day tomorrow. And then we've got Wednesday for setting all of our holes. So we still have 8 more rebar mats we've got to make. Was able to find more rebar ties. So we've got those. This entire week is going to be blazing. Heat advisories, heat warnings. I think Tuesday, tomorrow, I think we're supposed to have an ambient temperature of 101 and a heat index of, I think, close to 115. So
It's going to be hot the next couple of days. We chose the right day to be in equipment tomorrow, though, that's for sure. So we won't be out in the sun tons and tons, but after that we will be. So for today, it's tying up a lot of loose ends, making sure that we can stay on schedule for our concrete on Thursday and hopefully Friday if the weather continues the way it's been going. So put the pop up today, try and stay out of the sun today as best I can while we build these mats. We still have all of our jigs back here. We've got a couple more things we're going to do on the jigs for the bolts. We need to make sure that we've got a good piece of wood directly over the center so that we can run our tape measures once they're inside the holes and make sure everything is good to go with that. But we just had our 811 locate team come by, so we've got every utility cleared except for the gas line, which is the whole reason we called for the 811. So we're waiting for our gas line to get located to make sure we're free and clear of that. While we do that, it's time to start unpacking everything and let's get to work. So here we go. Well, that was number 8 the second time around. So there we go. That is 24 5-foot by 5-foot mats ready to be dropped into the hole, buried in concrete, and never seen again. So on average took about 20 minutes to build one, maybe 25. So you do 20 minutes times 24, 480. So that's 8 solid hours of doing nothing but tying rebar together. So all in all, not terrible, not terrible. Let's see, what we're going to do next is we're going to start working on these jigs again. We're going to go ahead and get that piece of wood put across where the bolt pattern is so that we can put a screw in the exact center. So that way when we have our holes dug, we can go ahead and pull our tape measures and make sure that our lengths, our widths, and our diagonals are all congruent. Make sure everybody is aligned, because once these posts go in the ground and once these bolts go in the ground, they're not coming back out. So we want to make sure we do it right. So we're going to put an extra point for measuring on top. So I'm going to go ahead and start gathering up those supplies, and that's what we're going to pick up on next. So let's go work on that. So these are the jigs that we made up yesterday. The long arms that are here are actually going to be resting on the actual grass. So when we dig our 48-inch deep hole, the actual platform that's holding the bolts is supposed to be down inside the hole 1 foot. So our first pour of concrete is going to be 3 feet, which is going to come up to the very bottom of this piece of plywood down here. Then we go ahead and set our posts, and then a couple days later we've got a truck that comes back and then fills the rest of the hole with concrete. But what we're going to do to make sure that we are square, true, and plumb is we're going to put a block of wood across our bolt pattern like so, so that we can put a single screw in the very top at dead center. So it's going to be in the center of the 4 bolts. So we have an 8-inch plate, and inside that plate our bolt pattern is 5.5 inches. So we're going to do our best to do a little bit better than horseshoes and hand grenades, but we're not getting down to the 32nd of an inch here. We just want a good solid place where we can set this on the ground inside the hole and then go ahead and put some tape measures on here and be able to pull at least 3 different directions and not have anything move. So that's what we're going to be doing with these jigs right now, is getting this centered over the top. So depending on your point of view, this is our centered forward and backward, and then of course we've got our left and right. So what we're going to do is we're going to
get this to be about the center. And then we're just going to leave a screw right there so that we can pop this in the hole, and that is where we will go ahead and attach our tape measure and go ahead and pull it to the next one. Well, unfortunately, I got to use a different camera for this one. While checking the back side of the playground here, we have the ultimate enemy of construction work: water. So with that being the case, what we're going to do, since we have permission and clearance to dig back here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the auger on Nemo over here. We're going to go drill a couple of test holes and see if we can get down about 4 feet, see if we're hitting groundwater, or hopefully it's just standing water and we don't have anything down below, because that's going to make for a real bumpy dig day. So let's go get the auger on, let's go poke some holes and see what we got in there. So we've got a couple of blue markers back here. So this area was already located. We were free and clear to work back here. This is the standing water over in this corner. So I think we're just going to poke a little hole right here in the dry spot and see if we can't figure out if it's just surface water or if we're going to be renting pumps tomorrow. The good news is we do not have water rushing into it, so we do appear to be okay for the most part. Let's go ahead and do another one. Let's go see if we can find a way to sleep calm tonight. Is well past the 4 feet that we will be digging tomorrow. So let's see what we got. Alright, we look good. I don't have any rushing water. Everything looks dry down there. I think we're going to be okay, kids. Alright, well, we're going to let this one sit and marinate overnight. Come back tomorrow and hope that it's still decently dry and that it'll work for 24 hours. The thing is, we've only got one pump, and if these holes fill up with water, we're going to have to get big industrial pumps to get the water out before concrete comes in. So far so good. Let's keep our fingers crossed, and we will check back in the morning and see what we've got. So let's go check our checklist and see if we have any more tasks that we need to get ready for dig day tomorrow. All right, all good news. He's doing his work back there, and nothing comes near our work field. So we are going to be in A-OK shape to dig tomorrow so far. So awesome. All right, curiosity got the best of me before I left. So I just realized we left these holes in the backyard here open. So I figured, I might as well go put something over the holes. And suspense was killing me to see if there was any water in it yet, because if there was water in it now, it'd be a sure sign. So we're gonna see what we got. Shallow one looks good. Drum roll, please. Oh, look at that, she's dry. All right, well, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes later, no water. I guess we'll cross our fingers. Maybe that's good news. I don't know. Hey, but this fantastic phone that I despise using for my videos is now telling me it needs to cool down. So, all right, for real, I'm out this time. We'll see you tomorrow. So as I sit here in my air conditioning, it occurred to me I didn't check over all of the hardware, and I have a problem with my nuts. It's weird. I've dealt with a lot of nut issues before, but I've dealt with little nuts, I've dealt with medium nuts, but I've never dealt with large nuts. I have to figure out a way to solve my nut problem. It's a 2-inch nut, and I have nothing to turn and torque this with. So instead of going back to the room, I have to solve my giant nut problem. I have no idea who's going to have a 2-inch nut. Socket. 2-inch socket. I know who's got 2-inch nuts. I just don't know who has 2-inch sockets. Alright, well, let me go ask Claude or Chat GPT or one of those, and I'll have a solution by tomorrow.
Well, it is 6:30 in the morning on dig day, so I figured I had to come and pick up the trailer this morning. So let's take a look at our hole. So let's see if we got any water. We are bone dry. That is good news. We do not have a water issue, so everything that is here is just simply standing water. Looks like we got a little bit of rain here last night. You can see we got some more water in here, but hey, nonetheless, that is fantastic news. So we don't have to worry about pumps. We're not going to have any issues with the holes filling up with water unless, of course, it rains. Found out yesterday our concrete date got bumped because we're the little guy on the totem pole. So unfortunately, our concrete got pushed to Saturday. It's Tuesday. So we're still going to go ahead and dig and get our equipment moved, get everything staged, to get everything ready to go. We might have a day off on Friday, but we'll be working Saturday and Sunday. So let's go on and get the excavator. Well, we've got the machine all set and ready to go. We got the phone installed. We got the air conditioning installed. So I guess all we got to do now is get to work. All right, let's go ahead and get situated. Notice while I was up here, they've got a comfy little water holder. So we'll put our waters up here. 3'6". So the orange stake that is over there is the actual corner of our playground. So we're going to do our best. I say our best. I am still rusty on this, but that guy right there, we're going to try and leave him there. So that's going to be my goal. So we're going to follow our spray painted lines. We're going to dig some holes. Well, we're going to bring this day to an end. We got 7 holes done today. A couple other things come up during the course of the day, blah, 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 blah. But got everything cordoned off. We did get the older kids' playground done. So we got our monster holes done and dug. Lots of dirt to move tomorrow. Just lots and lots and lots of holes. So
all in all, a good day. Like I said, a couple of interruptions, had to move some equipment, had to do a couple other things that prevented us from getting at least 2 playgrounds done today. So I'm short 1 hole, but we'll get that taken care of tomorrow. But in the meantime, we have this one started. Again, pretty much the same thing. Just a terrible day with the devices as far as the heat goes. Other camera wouldn't work. This one didn't work out very well. So, not a whole lot of video. Maybe we'll put some still pictures over this and I'll add some commentary, but the fact still remains, if you've seen me dig 1 hole, you've seen me dig all the holes. So, all right, we will be back tomorrow, and we are going to get all of this dirt moved. We're going to disperse it up along the fence line up there, and I do believe we have everything else caution taped for safety, so nobody can sneak in here. We are good to go. So we're going to bring this day to a close. It's been a pretty decent day. It is hotter than 100 hells out here, although, and there's not even a breeze. So, but hey, the good news is we got all the dirt moved. So the dirt is all out of there. It's all out of that site. Bryson's gone in the back, and he's going to start cleaning off the pre-K area. But we've got holes. Now it's once he's done doing all of the dirt removal, we're going to go ahead and put the forks on and start bringing the rebar and our bricks over to the holes, start getting our first mat set, and then we're going to come through and start setting the bolt jigs up on top and attaching the top mat to the rebar. So we'll see how much longer it takes for him to clear that dirt out. That might end up being something we got to do tomorrow. We've got another piece of business to handle this afternoon at another site. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I'm just going to sit out here and bake. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and try and get some rebar in some holes. So all those mats we made, we're going to do our best to find these guys a home as best we can. I'm trying something here. I got Bryson in the back moving dirt, so I'm going to see if I can get these situated and picked up on my own. Alright, well, closing up the day. So again, we did get all of the we got all the dirt cleaned out, which is good news. We've got these guys stuffed with rebar and bricks, so we were able to get 4 of those done. So tomorrow we're going to return. We're going to work on this entire area over here, get the rebar in, get those. How do you do that? How do the weather people do that? Get those. You know what I'm talking about. The bolt pattern, the jigs. Get those set and ready to go. And then we'll go back and around the school that way and get the smaller playground set and ready to roll and be ready for concrete on Saturday. So not a lot of video today because the cameras will not stop overheating, but it's 115 out. At least that's what the real feel is. So regardless, so time to go find some air conditioning, get some water. All right, see you in the morning. Well, it is an absolutely beautiful morning. It's still going to be 106 today. It's going to be a little bit cooler, but we got a beautiful sunrise happening. We we've got our first playground set over here with our rebar cages. So this morning, just kind of widening some of the holes to make sure the rebar mats fit okay. We got a couple of tight spots in there. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be going ahead and getting all of that rebar set, all of these jigs set today. So a pretty ambitious day, quite a bit to do. We've got to get 8 of those in the ground because we are pouring concrete on 2 of these shades on Saturday. And then that very last playground back here, we will be pouring that playground on shade on Monday. So not sure how much video. It's going to be the same thing, just kind of setting the rebar mats in the ground. We'll get some video of putting the jigs together, how we get those set up, getting the rebar tied to the jigs so that it's floating at the right height. But outside of that, we're just going to go ahead. Beautiful breeze this morning. Look at this. It's like almost no humidity. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to kind of live this up for a minute and then get back to work. So here we go. Well, at the back of the school. So as we expected, so we've got our mats down in the hole. So the back of the school is basically taken care of. What we're going to be doing next is getting these jigs put in. So we're in good shape back here. Everybody is good and ready to roll. I think Bryson's going to go take the skid steer back up front, but we are all that work with all that rebar. That's what it came down to, was getting them inside these holes. So there we are. All right, let's get to the front and get to work. That's really what it comes down to, is setting the entire rig and jig into the hole so that all of our framework lines up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get all of these set. Once we have all of these set, we'll be able to go ahead and run our tape measures. So we'll pick back up when it's time to go ahead and measure and square everything in, because as of right now, it's just going to be a couple hours of getting the jigs all set and then getting them set into the holes just like this. So we will be back in just a bit. All right, well, now that we've got all of our jigs and rigs put into the holes exactly where we want them, everything's all set up. We just did the back of the school. So now that we've got both of the playgrounds for the concrete pour on Saturday completed, what we're going to do now is we're going to stretch out our tape measures. We're going to check our diagonals. We're going to make sure that our perimeters are square. We're going to make sure that everything is exactly how it's supposed to be. And then we're going to shoot elevations, and we're going to make sure that all of these rigs and jigs are set to the proper elevation so that we've got a nice level shade. So with that, not a whole lot of talking, just a whole lot of working. Okay, 2 inches away from 45, so we got to come to you a little bit. Oh, perfect. Look at that. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that a little bit. Golly, I'll tell you what. We might just be construction workers. Where's my 30? All right, so what I am going to do is I'm going to slide there. What are you thinking?
I was just gonna say careful with sliding because that is like right on the edge.
Cool. It is right. Oh, too much. There we go. Can you pull that one tight for me one more time? No, the 45? Oh, okay. I gotta go this way. All right, pull that 30 tight. I'll take that and then pull that diagonal tight. Yeah, you know I'll take that all day long. I can't believe we laid him in the hole darn near square. And if you look at your tape measures, your bolts are nice and symmetrical, both directions. Golly, folks. Well, you saw it here and you may never see it again. Absolutely mind-blowing. All right, well, hey, we're gonna let's get the tripod set up. We're gonna get the laser set up, so give us a couple minutes for that, and now we're gonna shoot elevations. All right, well, I think we got it all figured out. A couple of shovels, couple of pickaxes. We got this one sunk down low. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our rounds and make sure that all of our elevations are good. We got one. We got two. Okay, we got three. And then this is the one we just worked on. So we should be in a pretty good spot over here. So there we go. So we've got all four of them. They're all within a half of an inch of each other. We don't have perfect green lights on them, but being within a half of an inch on elevation is gonna be fine because that's what the set nuts are for. So the good news is we are all set and ready for concrete on this playground. Let's go get the other one done. Hey, guess what? We're done. So we got them all. We got everybody on the back side of the school here. Well, that one needed a lot of cribbing. I guess that's a really low spot. It's probably where the water was over there, but we are set and we are ready to roll. So that is the good news. So I think that for today, it's coming up on 2 o'clock. It's a good day. All right, with that, we're gonna go clean up. We're gonna get out of here. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. I'll figure that part out. But tomorrow's Friday, so Friday fun day. I don't know, maybe we'll unpack everything and do some inventory. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, until then, I'll see you in the morning. Take care. Well, here we are. Not a whole lot to do today. Went and picked up the concrete buggy, so we've got that ready for tomorrow morning. Heard from the concrete company. They will have their first truck here at 7 a.m. We will be ready to rock and roll. So with that, we just kind of used the day and opened up all of our crates, got everything situated. So that's our inventory for the 3 playgrounds that need to be built. So outside of that, there is not a whole lot to capture and catalog for today. Inventory, concrete buggy, and that's it. We're done. It's an early day because again the concrete got pushed, so it's an early day. So we're getting some paperwork done today. Yippee! So with that, we will be back like 6 a.m. in the morning, maybe 5:30 in the morning to start getting things ready to roll. So see you in the morning.
Well, that's the moon. It's because it's 5:30 in the morning. It's concrete day. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Start getting things prepped. Get our extension cords ready. Get our hoses ready. Make sure make sure the holes are ready. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, make sure everything is good there, get our gates unlocked. First truck is here at 7 a.m. so we'll check back in when it's daylight, but time to get to work.
Well, a couple of last minute problems. We had some water in 2 of the holes, so we just pumped it out of there using a regular pump. So, you know, the walls come in a little bit, so we just got done shoveling and cleaning out the holes. So the good news is, because we had a hell of a downpour yesterday. I mean, hasn't rained here in 2 weeks, and figures it happens before concrete day. So long story short, it is 6:50, so our truck should be here in the next 10 minutes. We just checked levels again. All of our levels are good. We are ready to roll. We'll just wait for the truck. Guess what time it is? It has been a whirlwind. It's 20 after 9, so unfortunately, I thought I'd be able to film a little bit more than this, but things are moving fast. So we've got the whole back of the playground completed, and we have just completed the 2 first holes over here. We've got our last truck right now coming in. We're gonna fill up these last 2 holes, probably have a little bit extra, but time for more concrete. Well, we did it. It's 10 a.m. I'm using the bad microphone. I'm using the lousy phone, the lousy camera, but we did it. We got everybody in. All the water was cleared from the holes. We made a heck of a mess back here, but that was 3 trucks. That was 30 yards of concrete in 2.5 hours. So not bad. So these are what gigantic spread footers look like. We've got our bolts in. Everything is good to go. I have got a hell of a mess to clean up out there. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started doing that. It's supposed to rain again. Maybe the rain will take care of it. No, I'm gonna go clean it. All right, we're gonna go take a look at the front and make sure that we are all cautioned off here. See what's going on up there. See how we did. Now, before we go and check out the other one, we wanted to see what we need to clean up this mess back here. So we did the tarp, tried to keep it clean, but there's just so much mud because of the rain yesterday. I can't explain how much rain we got, but nonetheless, Brayson's gonna go get the skid steer, and we're gonna clean this with the bucket. It's a nice smooth sidewalk. I cleaned up the concrete I spilled. I got that off the sidewalk, so that was good news. But yeah, this is just a mess. So, all right. Well, let's take care of this, and then we'll go check out the other holes that were poured today. I do have to give a big shout out and a hearty thanks to Mr. Pump over here. Mr. Everbuilt Pump did save the morning by getting those holes dried out for us. So we're gonna go take care of this guy and get him cleaned up. He took a bit of a beating. We were kind of mean to him this morning. All right, we'll get you cleaned up. Delicious. All right, so out here, same story. Everything looks to be pretty good. There's a lot of concrete in these holes. Absolutely for certain. So everything looks to be in good shape. We're gonna come back tomorrow morning about 8:30. Go ahead, start dismantling the jigs and getting everything out of here. And then we're gonna go ahead and get those 4 holes ready for concrete on Monday. So we're gonna reuse some of those jigs from the back. So that's what we're gonna come in tomorrow for. We're gonna take all these down and then get them set up over there so that we are ready Monday morning. And the reason we didn't just pour it all today was because we're just 2 people, and the 3rd truck was already kind of waiting, and we didn't want to have concrete trucks just sitting here waiting on us because we're just running 2 men. So we figured we would just do 30 yards today, and then we're going to do another 10, 12 on Monday. We're going to call this part of the shade project completed. So with that, I'm gonna finish cleaning up. We got a couple small things to pack up on Hugo over here. We're gonna get that done, get our pieces and parts put away. And I think it's nap time. I woke up at like 2 in the morning worried about this, and I've been up since 2. Just tossing and turning. Are my measurements right? Are the jigs gonna hold? Is everything good? Is my rebar at the right depth? Is everything good? And here it is, 10:30 in the morning, 2.5 hours of work, and everything came out exactly the way it was supposed to. So sometimes you worry for nothing, but nonetheless, I say that a lot, but nonetheless. All right, y'all, we'll get some rest. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Just a quick check-in on Sunday. Wasn't really going to record anything today because it's everything that you've seen already. We just came and got the 3rd shade ready to roll. So we undid all of the jigs over here from back behind the school. Went ahead and got all of our rebar mats set. Got all of our elevations set. Got all of our mats set. So really not much for today. Stuff that's already been cataloged and shown, and then of course we've got the concrete buggy all lugged. What's the word I'm looking for? Loaded. I got the concrete buggy all loaded up. So that's it for today. It's a Sunday. We're going to go and relax and try and enjoy our afternoon. It's about to rain cats and dogs here. So with that, we start off tomorrow morning with concrete. So we got another truck at 8 a.m. So we'll see you in the morning. Well, it's Monday morning, it's concrete day. They're gonna be here in an hour and a half. And we had basically tropical rainstorms yesterday. So guess what? That's right, we're full of water again. So unfortunately this time it's all 4 holes. So we're off to the races to get this water pumped out. So we'll be back in a bit. Well, that one took 45 minutes. So we are at 8:41. We were able to call off the concrete, get them to push for probably about 2 hours. So that's 2 holes drained. We've got 2 more to finish pumping out. And hey, look, I think we got more rain coming. So today's just gonna be an awesome day. So, all right, we're gonna get to the 3rd hole. Let's go. All right, well, hey, the good news is we got all the holes empty. The collapse was very minimal. A lot of clay. So we're very thankful for that. So we just ordered our concrete. So our concrete should probably be here in the next half hour or so. And we're back in business. So 9:30. It's only a 2-hour delay on the day, but the good news is we've got all the shade parts moved already. All of the parts for the shades are already laid out at all of their locations. So we are probably going to go ahead and get started on getting some of these posts put up while we wait for the concrete truck to come in. So not too bad, could have been a hell of a lot worse. So I gotta get back to work. Gee, you'll never guess what happened in the middle of all that work. My phone overheated. All right, well, hey, nonetheless, here's what we got. We managed to get all 4 holes. Believe we used all 10 yards. So this project, 4 trucks, 10 yards a truck, 40 yards. So not as much as I was expecting, which is maybe good. I'll see when I get the bill. But nonetheless, all of our footers are poured. So we're gonna finish draining these other footers that were poured on Saturday so we can start putting up some posts. Time to get to work. Sometimes you get your nuts in a bind. Sometimes you get your nuts in a sling. This time we got our nuts in concrete. So Bryson's doing a hell of a job chipping away at the concrete, but I think I'm gonna go find a tool to try and make this a little bit easier. Get these get these nuts out of this concrete. But dig away, Mr. Bryson, dig away. All right, well now it's time to, while Bryson continues to dig out the other ones, we've got these ones dug out. We've got our first shade post brought over. We're gonna go ahead and set these nuts so that they are all at the same height at all 4 corners. So that corner over there where Bryson's working, and then of course our 4th corner over there. So I've got the laser set up. I'm gonna go ahead and get these 4 level, and then we're gonna go ahead and just establish these as the reference point, and we will set the next 3 corners to the height that we get set over here. So I'm going to work the levels and get these guys straightened out. I gotta put my camera in the truck. So you're in the truck right now. But hey, it looks like we got dark clouds coming too. So we're gonna try and get one of these posts up. See how this goes. All right, throw those washers and nuts on, please. All right, well, if you can hear me, so we just got everything put away because it's about to storm like, you can't see it, but anyway, I think I hear I think we hear thunder already, so I think we're gonna try and put up one more lightning rod, and that's probably gonna be it for the day because it's supposed to rain for the rest of the day, so it is dark back there. All right, we're gonna do one more. Well, this is becoming a familiar sight now. Unfortunately, we are caught in this cycle of rain where everything that we've got is just absolutely full of water. So I get here 6:30 in the morning so I can start running the pumps. But the problem is that we're gonna get the same thing today. So running the pumps is kind of a fruitless effort, but we can't get any work done with all this water in the hole. So we're gonna try. That's all we can do is try. So we've got, as you can see, we got 2 of the posts up yesterday. But here's our other hole for one of our posts today, and then our other one over here, I'm sure, is in. Well, at least you can see the top of the bolts on this one. So that's good news. But let's get the pump set up. Let's get this water out of here. I gotta go return the excavator, and by the time I get back, maybe one of these holes will be empty. So, off to work. All right, well, our pump is pumping. Here we go. All right, well, our new ride has showed up, so this is what we're going to be using to go ahead and get everybody assembled up top. So we're going to start putting pieces together and get this bad boy up in the air. Let's see what we can do. Remember that really big nut problem I had? Fixed it. So I found the driver. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and get these posts all locked in, leveled, and then we're going to start building the roof. Totally forgot to record the first one, sorry. So here, we'll try it again. Okay, so we're going to pause right here. Up till this point, everything looks like it's going pretty well. I have built many shades this exact design. I've just never built one this large. This shade is 30 by 45. I was advised to do a couple of different things by other folks who've installed these, and I chose to go my own route and not heed all of their advice. I heeded half of their advice. I had absolutely no idea that the rafter, or the ridge and the four rafters were as heavy as they were. This is just an unbelievably large shade. So I interrupted here because from this point forward, everything just went to hell. With that, well, I'll show a couple clips and you can have your chuckles and just know that everybody's fine, everything is good, we had good communication. Continue. So at this point, I've given up. We're just going to start over. I stopped recording just out of frustration, primarily. So what we did was we took everything down. All the rafters came down. We took the ridge down. We rebuilt everything on the ground, and we ordered a telehandler. So our telehandler will be in tomorrow morning, which will pick this installation back up tomorrow morning. We've got a hugely ambitious day. Hugely ambitious. We've got to get 2 shades done tomorrow because of the delays today, which are my fault. I got to own these, and next time I should take the advice that's given to me. So with that, the day's over. It's about to rain here anyway, which is okay, so we weren't going to pump any more holes, but we'll pick back up in the morning. We'll see you then. Rise and shine, 6:30 in the morning. We got to get to work. Let's see. Starting a little bit earlier today because we got to recover from this kind of mess yesterday. Not going to call it a disaster. It is what it is. It was a learning experience. Going forward, we'll just heed the advice of the folks that have done these larger ones. So we got a telehandler on the way, which is great news. So we spent the rest of the day yesterday getting the roof built, the roof structure. So we've got a couple of bolts we've got to throw in there before we hoist it up onto these posts that we put up yesterday. So with that, not a whole lot of commentary in the morning. Just going to go ahead and get started, start looking for our hardware, get all of our pieces and parts ready. The telehandler should be here any minute, I'm kind of hoping. The good news is dry weather for the next couple of days. Still going to be hot, but it's going to be dry. So we've got that. It's time to get to work. Here we go. The reinforcements have arrived. Well, at least for lifting, not for the playground, but you know what I mean. Welcome to the top of the world while we go ahead and get things tightened up, at least the best we can. We'll fix up some of this paint. So the traffic's loud behind me, but just a quick glimpse into how these shades get tightened when you start working on larger pieces of fabric like this. in order to get these shades tight, they use significantly large aircraft cable. I believe this is 1/2 inch. It might even be 5/8. But when you want to get these tight, because each side of the shade is an individual cable that terminates over here, and so we can terminate one end down there like so, and we run the cable all the way through the sheathing underneath, and we get it to over here. And then in order to get these as tight as we possibly can, we use what's called a pork chop. So the pork chop has got a opening jaw, and if you see that opening jaw right there, that opening jaw goes around this cable, and then the harder you pull, the harder it bites. So we have to use 2 of these because typically you can only draw the first one so far, then you got to put another one on top of it, and then go ahead and ratchet that one in, and then you can take out the second one, and they just keep leapfrogging each other until you get it tight enough. So this pork chop's already installed. The strap is on. We've got it strapped off here. So what we're going to do is we've already got it significantly taut. And unfortunately for me to put the hardware on, I cannot hold my phone. But anyway, that's how they get tight. I got to put we have these large split bolt clamps that go on, and then of course they'll get wrapped around both pieces of cable here and get cinched up. So all right, I'm gonna finish tightening this. I'm gonna get it around the collar here, and then I'll get the first one put on and show you what it looks like when it's all nice and tight. All right, so we've got our pork chop all pulled and tight as we can. We're pulling on this individual one because this is the side that's connected to the other, and then of course it loops through. This is the tail, and all we do is we just tuck the tail back up inside the sleeve here, so it's not a continuous piece of cable. That piece of cable probably ends someplace about right there. So anyway, so we're tight. We go ahead and pinch the cables together with our vice grips, and then we go ahead and put on our split bolt. I'm gonna tighten it down, and then we'll get all this hardware off, and we'll put our second split bolt on. Then once you get both of them on, everything is good, done, tight, secure. And you got a nice taut curve, and that's how a shade is tightened. And then back down on the ground, you can see that this side over here has been tightened up already. We've already tightened up this long side over here, but you can see, maybe not as easy on the camera, but before they get tightened, they're definitely droopy and they're not taut. So just a little bit of a view of what it looks like before and after. So just another example of how it just kind of droops over. It's just kind of hanging by the cable right now. So once we get these tightened up, that droop will all be gone, that slack will all be gone, the bow where it looks like it's starting to weigh itself down in the middle because the cable is so heavy. So these are our last 2 cables up here, so let's go ahead and get these tightened up now. Well, here's one you may not get to see too often. I managed to get I don't know, what do you think this is? 10, 12,000 pounds, 15,000 pound 4-wheel drive telehandler stuck. We were trying to put that roof up on these 4 poles over here, and as soon as I came off of the sidewalk, she went down, what is it, like a lead balloon. So we tried to pull it with the skid steer. We made a little bit of progress, so we backfilled the hole with dirt. We were gonna try and back out of it, and then I decided to use the bucket and take out some of the dirt in front of it. So he's going back to get the forks. We're gonna try and move this frame out of our way so that he can hook back up and try towing me now that we got some of this mud out of the way here. I mean, what a day, right? It was an ambitious day, and everything's just trying to get in the way. But nonetheless, I said it again, I'm trying to stop saying nonetheless. Here we are. Well, I would love to record this just so you could see the shenanigans, but my phone's about to overheat. So good news is it's still sunny out. Okay, well, we got the roof structure moved, so we don't have anything in front of the largest paperweight in the world. So he's gonna go drop the boom pole off. We're gonna hook back up and see if we can't get this thing to come forward and get it out of this hole. So here goes nothing. We got it. So Nemo took a beating, but the beast has been broken free. Yay. Now we can get back to work. So I gotta figure out how we're gonna fix this mess so I don't fall back into it, but we definitely got some dirt work we gotta get done over here. But I think we're gonna try and get this roof up first. Man, oh man, those were some holes. I don't even know how that happened. All right, back to work. All right, well, school's letting out, so we're kind of chilling out just a little bit here for a minute. But the roof structure is up and in place, ready to roll. Bryson's going to get some more dirt, try and get some more dirt down in here. I have no idea how we're getting this telehandler out of here. We're probably going to have to take down some other fence on a more solid piece of earth because I'm not driving a pack through this again. So we'll figure that out later. It's got to be picked up at 8 in the morning, so we've got time. But that's the status as it is right now. The good news is everything's moving, getting some dry dirt in. Let's get this roof on. Look at what a good little dirt worker he is. So Bryson is fixing all of the divots and ruts and holes and bringing in a bunch of the new dirt that we actually excavated from the shade holes. So trying to put a little bit more substance back into the ground here, although I am still not going to drive the telehandler out of here. They've already opened up the fence at the other end. We're gonna drive it out on hard ground. So as you can see, he's still losing a little bit of traction here even with the skid steer. So better safe than sorry. All right, well, it's about, it's 6:15, rise and shine. I didn't do a recap yesterday because the telehandler got stuck again. What a day yesterday was. The good news is we did achieve what we were supposed to achieve, which is we got the fabric up. Of course, we got the roof up. So this guy right here, all we've got left right now is just to tighten up the cables on this one. And then back behind the school, we did get that roof frame put on, which is where the telehandler got stuck again. But because of the way the day ended, I never did a recap yesterday. It was a frustrating end to a frustrating day. But the good news is it's up. We're going to get the fabric set over there. And then we're going to go with, I'm going to get the pump running right now. We're going to get these holes pumped out and go ahead and get this shade put up today. So the goal is by the end of today, we should have all of our shades completed. We do have the reinforcements coming in to do the pre-K part, which is good news. So they'll be here today working back behind the school. So we want to try and get that shade up for them so they can work under the shade back there because it's still miserably hot and humid out here. With that, we're going to go ahead and get started off to work. All right, 8 a.m., time to put up a shade. Awesome. Well, hey, quick update. So we've got the smaller shade up over here, but if you look behind me, not only is there an awesome shade, but the whole sky is about to let loose. So unfortunately, it's 118. So we're gonna clean up, see if this passes, maybe get finished because the shade on the backside is up. We just gotta drill 2 more bolts. So, but there's lightning and I don't want to speeding up in the air. So we'll be back in a bit. Isn't that a nice blue sky? Anyway, all right, that wraps up our shade project here at the school. So we've got this one for the older kids. We're missing our backfill, but that's because we haven't done our grout. We got to put the grout. So the problem is these holes keep filling up with water. So the grout's the only thing that's not done on these. And all that is basically, it's grout. Like you put between tiles, well, you put it around the base to protect the bolts. So we got that one done. We got the big monster done. Everything is good and tight. We are ready to roll. Let me do this and pause and then resume. So this is the other shade that was completed back here. So the reinforcements have arrived. So these guys are actually starting on the other playground over here. But this shade is all up. We just got everything tightened. And again, this one just needs the grout as well. So that wraps it up for the Savannah 3 shade project. We are project complete. We're gonna end this. We're gonna end this video like this while I do the walk and talk. We're gonna go ahead and start getting set up. We've got another school to go to tomorrow for a couple of last minute parts that came in so we can finish up that project. And we'll be back here on Sunday to start the actual playgrounds here. We will pick up a new video once we start that particular project. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next project.